Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
This is my first Instagram Live
Oh,
ever.
well, thanks for trying it out with me.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
So Georgia Clark, who's a wonderful novelist also, is asking in the comments what your new novel's about.
Hi, Georgia. Mwah. I'm sending her love. I love her
Oh,
and
okay.
blurbed her last book. Um, I mean, she knows that you can't talk about it when it is so new. But my novel is set in Los Angeles during the 90s and has like a true crime element to it. And I think that it still comes from personal experience. My aunt and uncle were very prominent prosecutors in Los Angeles, and we were very close to a lot of the famous cases of the early 90s, and so it takes some liberties with that, which is more than I've told anyone ever, Georgia. So that's just for us, the people that are sitting here today.
You heard it here first.
God. And then 10 years later, where's that 90s LA book?
Well, I mean, it's good. It's going to be great, and when it's time, it'll be time. What about reading? Do you feel like you're able to read at all?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Not like I normally am. I actually just read this beautiful book, Always Home by Fanny Singer. She's
Oh yeah,
Alice.
I have that right here. Where is that? Well,
Have
it
you
was right here. Yes.
have you opened
I'm,
it up yet?
yeah, I've read probably half.
Oh yeah, it's just gorgeous. And that in comforting and I've as I've been talking to people about it, when I first started reading it, so she's Alice Waters' daughter. There, she's raised in this sort of like sensual, delicious Northern California paradise. And I was so jealous. I was like, I can't read this book. This childhood, like whose childhood is like this? And very different from this book, Stray. Except for the California part. And then probably about halfway through, it clicked why I was still reading it. And it was about what kind of mother I can be. That I have the opportunity, like there's like the wounded child side of it, but then also I'm about to be a mother to two children and I can make that life for them or try, right? We can, not all of us are Alice Waters, but I can try. And so I thought that book was so beautiful and like the right tempo and tone for me right now. I was reading a lot of research for this. I was reading a lot of noir and like Dominic Dunn's writing from the trials, and I was like, it's too dark. It's too dark for the moment.
Those books were great, though. I mean, I feel like he was the consummate, reporter of all that. I don't know.
I think he's such an incredible writer. I'm such a fan of his. My aunt was close with him, and I met him when I was very, very young. I think I was like 11, and met him again when I was like around that time. And I was like, we went to the Chateau Marmont and we like sat in the back and he was just so mysterious and smart and didn't talk to me like I was a child. I was like, that's what a writer is. You sit in the chateau, which is kind of half true.
I had a similar experience with Marie Brenner. I don't know if she's a Vanity Fair reporter. She actually was the one who did that new movie about Richard Jewell. That was based on her story. But when I was very young, I went somewhere she took me to like an LA book fair or something like that. And I remember having lunch there after, and she asked me question after question after question. And she looked at me with like such intensity, and she's like, "This is what a journalist is. Like, I'm a journalist." And I was like, "Okay, so now I've learned what a journalist. This is what a journalist is." Actually, her daughter, Casey Schwartz, has a book coming out next week called "Attention: A Love Story," and that's also really good.
Attention,
it's called Attention: A Love Story, about her addiction to Adderall and sort of attention. Anyway, not to talk about somebody else's book.
No, my God, please, let's recommend books all day. I think someone asked what that book is called. It's called Always Home by Fanny Singer.
No, I don't have it. I have it in my
closet. We can talk about books the whole time.
Yeah, but anyway, that's another really good one. Attention: A Love Story.
Yeah.
April 7th, I think. Well, Thank you. I feel like
Oh my God.
every time I talk to you, I feel like I want to talk to you for much longer than I have scheduled. But maybe one of these days we can meet up in LA. Or
I know.
you know.
I heard you talking to Janelle about LA. Please come by. Come to our office.
I know. I'd love to. No, we spent well in the olden days of 2 weeks plus ago. We spent a lot of time in LA, and we're up in the Palisades, so pretty far from you guys. When I don't have the kids, I like to go out there and. Anyway, but now I don't know when we'll get back out there. So hopefully at some point. But these are like first world problems. Like when will I get to LA? So anyway.
Yes, of course.
Getting out of the house is like the first. Getting out of the house is the first step. So
yeah. Well, thank you so much for chatting, for guiding me through my first Instagram Live.
Thank you for chatting.
Reading my book, and I think our podcast is up today. Is that true?
I think you're right. I should have said that.
I got an email this morning. Podcast is up today.
That's right. Listen to our podcast. Yes. Thank you, Stephanie.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
I'm like going to fire myself as a marketer at this point. So yeah. Moms don't have time to read books. The podcast about Stray and Stephanie. Go listen to more.
Okay. And I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.